received almost no attention. Recalling the dark dystopia of George Orwell's 1984, where awkward facts are swallowed up by the memory hole as if they never existed at all. Report after report has come out, and the response has been a deafening silence both in deed and in word, failing to even openly discuss the problem, leading to thousands of deaths. We can't just keep putting out reports, we have to do something. The first report was in 1978, suggesting about 120,000 preventable hospital deaths. The response? Silence for another 16 years until this scathing reminder was published. If you multiply 120,000 by those 16 years, you get 1.9 million preventable deaths, about which there was near total doctor silence. Silence meaning no substantial effort to reduce the number of those deaths. The Institute of Medicine then released its landmark study in 1999, allowing for another 600,000 deaths to take place. Now, some things have finally changed. Work hour limits were instituted for medical trainees. Interns and residents could no longer be worked more than 80 hours a week, at least on paper, and the shifts couldn't be longer than 30 hours long. Now, it may not sound like a big step, but when I started my internship, I was working 36-hour shifts every 3 days, so that's 117-hour work weeks. What's the big deal? Well, when interns and residents are forced to pull all-nighters, they make 36% more serious medical errors, 5 times more diagnostic errors, and have twice as many attentional failures. That doesn't sound so bad until you realize that means like nodding off during surgery. The patient is supposed to be asleep during surgery, not the surgeon. Impairing performance as much as a blood alcohol level that would have been made it illegal to drive a car, but can still do surgery. So no surprise, 300% more patient deaths. Residents consider themselves lucky if they get through training without killing anyone. Not that the family would ever find out. Doctors, with rare exceptions, are unaccountable for their actions. The Institute of Medicine report did break the silence and prompted widespread promises of change, but what they did not do is act as if they really believed their own findings. For if they really believed that a minimum of 120 people every day were dying preventable deaths in hospitals, you'd draw a line in the sand. Like if an airliner was crashing every day, you'd expect the FAA would step in and do something. The Institute of Medicine could insistently demand that doctors and hospitals immediately adopt at least a minimum set of preventive practices, like, for example, barcoding drugs so there's no mix-ups, like they do for even a pack of Twinkies at the grocery store.